Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our eSeniors broadcast of our league race. This week it is Watkins Glen, and remember it is GT2 sprint race, 30 minutes. Also remember, esports, simulation racing is a sport, so that makes us athletes. Yes, it does. We are all 55 plus sim racers in GT World Championships for eSeniors. So welcome to the broadcast. Subscribe, like. Before I forget, I'll talk about our sponsors once we see their logos. But anyway, yes, Watkins Glen today, GT2 race. We have, let's get on to the standings. Let me get that set up for you. Our standings today are, and I have to go look over here because I can't read the screen. Oh, yes, I can read the screen. All right, so we've only had 2 races, and one gets knocked off in SIMGRID. So the standings are quite close, given it's only been 1 race. And Brian Murray's in first place with his, he's got 2 wins. So he is sitting in first place with 49 points. Next is Derek Bird, who gets his 2nd place finish, although he was 5th last week. And third is Steve Young, who is also got a 2nd place finish, so he's got 42 points. They're tied. 4th is Merche with his 3rd place finish. 5th is Jonathan with 37 points. They both get their 3rd place finishes. And 6th is Michael McLennan with his 5th place finish. So that's the way the standings are. So it's early. Round 3 is pretty early. But one thing I wanted to make note of, this has been a Maserati league, as we know, but it looks like, look at that podium, 1, 2, 3. First place is Maserati, as we all know, but that's also because who's driving it, Mr. Brian Murray from Great Britain. And 2nd place is an Audi, I guess. 3rd place is a Lamborghini. So very nice to see those guys getting up there. The KTMs are quite far down, but that's all right. They just love driving those cars, so KTM. So how much time have we got left here? Our session has ended. We've got only 2 or 3 minutes. Let's put up a little bit of a, I've got a fun graphic there, the one that Krister usually has. So let me get that set up for us, and let's go with that. So there is the graphic. Hang on, there it comes for the Watkins Glen track. Classic American track. Ran the American Grand Prix. They don't have, they do have the corner names, the 90, the S's, which is not much of an S. There is the inner loop, also the bus stop. Coming around to the chute, and then the toe of the boot, heel of the boot. Next comes, that track's not named for some reason. So there we go. That's our little graphic. I hope you like that. But yeah, very classic track. I love it very much. I'm anxious for tomorrow's race. I find it a very fun track to race. Got a couple of minutes before qualification starts. Very interesting. So yeah, this is round 3. Watkins Glen. Next week is going to be fun. Kyalami. Yes, a 30-minute race today. No pit stop with the GT2s. I'm anxious to see what the top speed is going to be on the at the end of the straight with these guys. I got to get pit wall up here so I can get that going. I'll play around with that a little bit. If I can get it going. Yeah, maybe it's going to be there. I guess it has to start. Yeah, so let's go. Let's go on to the track. It should be starting very, very shortly. Anybody on the stream today yet? I'm going to keep trying to watch the chat. Got a couple people following, 2 watching. So there's 1 besides me. Give me a shout out, see who you are. Here we go. We got green light. So let's get going here with the track. Who's going to be first out? Looks like it's 40. Hang on here. 148. That is Mr. Jonathan Wood, I believe. Let's see if it is. Hit the screen there. Yeah, it is Jonathan Wood. What have I got? Have I got the right stuff up there? Oh, hang on. I'm not really set up just yet. There we go. Get rid of all that background noise. There's Mr. Wood, I believe, is the first guy out. And he is in a Maserati. I'll leave that manufacturer stuff up there for a bit. Who is next out? Number 701, that's Mr. Bird. He didn't get out first. Jonathan got out first. He must have got a good pit stop or pit window. 3 people watching on the stream now. Say hello, who you are. So that's just the out lap. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the top speed is here on the end of that straight. I love Watkins Glen. I know if some people find it boring. I just find it very rhythmic once you get into a rhythm. Let me change that camera. I got to figure out what the good camera angles are on this track. Let's switch to that one. Maybe that's a better one. Jonathan's just coming around. Should be getting close here to the end. That is the second last corner. Here he comes. These GT2s don't take very long to warm up. Here we go. There's coming around the last corner. And he'll be ready to hit that line. So he'll be getting some timing next lap. So this is his first hot lap. We'll just follow him along. Maybe we'll follow along in the cockpit. Let me take a quick peek. I bet you I've got my microphone off. No, my microphone's on, but I always forget to check the audio there. You didn't get the you weren't getting the sounds for the engine, or the sounds for the engine. Let me go into the cockpit with Jonathan. There we go. Let's watch his first lap. Here he goes through the bus stop. I know it's called the inner loop, but we all call it the bus stop. Lay up a little bit, just off the throttle for a second, and then hits it again. Going through the outer loop. This is going to be the boot, I believe. The chute, sorry. This one also, you don't have to brake very much, but you got to wait, then hit the throttle. Oh, we're not with Jonathan. Somebody's ahead of him, but I will stick with Jonathan. And this one also, you have to be patient before you hit the throttle. Don't hit it too hard either, because you got to believe it's not cambered the wrong way. It's cambered the wrong way. Now we're going to come up to the heel, and this one you got to really hit the brake and let off early. Hang on, there you go. Throttle it up, and then the toe. This is not named. Oh, okay. They don't have the name up on here. Here comes the last one. This one you don't have to brake at all. Just lay off the throttle slightly. Make sure you hit the apex, because you want to hit all their speed coming in here. For this corner is sharper than it looks. Throttle early, and here we go out to the start-finish line. Let's see what kind of time he gets. He is the first guy. That guy up ahead is probably 146. 146. 146 for him, and Bird comes in with a 145. That couldn't have been a 146. Yes, it was. And Murray is right behind him. All right, let's go back to TV zone here. Let's just let everybody get their times. Okay, I'll take the manufacturers off now. We'll put some gaps here. Best Delta. There we go. It's now a Delta. Who have I got up there on the chat? Yes, Mr. Forgot your first name there, Mr. Rumble on the or 135, wherever you are. Yeah, you've been with eSeniors for a while, but haven't raced. You gotta start racing, man. Just get on here. You've been lurking. That's a good word. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you say like and subscribe. And CBO. I always forget who CBO is. Okay, who we got going here? So Derek is in that Audi. Let's get Derek up here. There's his Audi. He is in pole position right now with a 145.19. And yeah, it'll be between Bird and Murray. But Derek did not like his last race. Where were we last time? He didn't felt the Audi was not very good at at that last track where we Paul Ricard, or was it? Let me refresh my memory. Coda, of course. Nobody likes Coda. He didn't like his setup on Coda at all. Volumes are good on the stream, guys. I hope. 144 pole lap, you think? Somebody? All right. So what do we got going here? Nobody's improving. Remember last, a lot of guys get their best laps in first or second lap. I don't know if it's tires or what, but it seems like very early on people get their best laps. And look at this. Nobody's improving up on the top 5 on their best laps. Hilarious, eh? So these GT2s don't take long to warm up. So our tower now is Bird, Murray, and Wood. And nobody is improving except for Steve Young. He's got a 146 going. 144s, Derek is just outside the 144s. We'll see if he gets into 144 sooner or later. So we have 15 minutes of qualification. Oh yeah, Chris, sorry. Chris from Chris. Sorry, Chris. Yeah, CBO, I should remember that. Whoa, there was somebody just off there. And Derek almost hit him. All right, who's got a good time? Well, Steve's got a good time going. Let's jump on with Steve, see how he's up, what he's up to. That livery, we'll do a livery walk later. He's 0.3. What will that get him? Not sure why that timing is like that. Oh, did he lose it? I'm on board with Young. Not quite sure why. That board looks a little weird there, 146.02. Let me just take that off and put that back up again. Session best. I lost the... Yeah, it seems kind of weird the way that looks. So I'll put, but the maybe I got that set up wrong here. Personal best. Just hang on with me now. Should be a way of putting this up. I know I'm quiet a little bit here. Session best relative. I don't know why it's showing. Steve's is a little weird there. Oh, I'll leave it alone. For some reason, Steve's tower comment there is a little strange. Everything got a little weird for the gaps, didn't it? Or the session best. Or Merche looks like he's putting in a better time, if that's what's correct. Yeah, it looks like it's correct from my other screen. He's got a 0.3 going. Let's go on with Merche here. So that would get him up a couple of notches at least. Yeah, but Steve's time is just totally wacky there. He is in 4th place. So who's that? So Merche's coming up against somebody there. There, let him by. That might be Steve. He was in the pits. Maybe Steve. Steve let him by because he was on his out lap. No, that was Merche. Where's Terry? Terry was the guy. He's slowed down for some reason. Okay, let's find somebody here. Oh, this timing tower is totally messed up, isn't it? Not showing me the personal bests at all. Ah, it's all messed up. All messed up. I'm gonna see it. Sorry for screwing around here, guys, but it's always nice to have the best deltas. That might be okay. That looks better. There we go. So, whoa, Murray, while I was doing that, Brian overtook Derek by 0.4 almost of a time. There we go, or 144.8. Looks like Murray's got it cooking again. Let's see if what Derek's up to in that Audi. There he is. He's not improving on his time. Like I said, see, that's the same time, 0.4. That was a 1:40:45.2, I think. I don't think he's improved on his first lap. Very strange. What do you guys think on the stream? Why is it that they get early, fast times and then they can't improve on them? So 4 minutes left in the quali, but nobody's really doing too much. Murray, Bird, Wood, Young. Those are our usual guys. Go back to the manufacturing later there. I'm trying to think of what Steve Young is in. Oh, here it's actually, if I go on to him, can I tell? That is the Lamborghini. Of course, yeah, he's in the Lamborghini. So there's, we've got, again, Jonathan is in the Maserati, I believe, yeah. Ooh, he just spun out. No, Bird lost his time there too. So Paunoff's the only guy who's got a good lap going. But it's red. Where is he in this? He's just starting his lap. So yeah, look at that. Nobody improves. I'll quit screwing around here and just watch what's going on. I'm on board with Merche. He's got a 1:45 and change going there, but he's not improving on anything. Let's just look at how close people are behind Brian. Brian just seems to just have GT2 nailed. The feeling it's because I think it was Brian that said once, don't overdrive your car, just let it come to you. So these GT2 cars, you got to be very careful with how you apply the throttle, I think. Oh, Terry Throwbridge is improving big time. Let's just stay on with him. Where is he in his lap? He's more than halfway. So 0.6 will get him, just at least one spot into 6th place above Nick Newcomb. He lost a little bit there. Merche's got a little bit better lap going. That will maybe get him ahead of Wood. Maybe not. But Throwbridge, though, they don't like this there. The TV2 camera, just the car disappears on you, doesn't it? Oh, you're right. Sorry, Krister. Yeah, he just mentioned to me, Steve Young, we've had that issue before. It shows the Lambo as a different class. We had a big long discussion and we got only 2 minutes left. A lot of guys giving up here. Let's see if we can find somebody here. Steve. There's Steve in the Lambo now. He's in the Lambo Evo, I believe, and it's technically a GT2 car, but the game is showing it in a different class, so he's going to show up a little bit differently there. He's got a little different symbol on his name there, that little triangle, but he is going to be racing in the Lambo, since it technically is in the same class, I believe, but it shows separately there for some reason. We're going to fix that up in SIMGRID. That's good. He's in 3rd place right now. He hit himself on the podium. 1:45.47. So he's just behind Bird. And he is trying to improve on his time. I'll put up the actual times there so we can see. Can I find that? Maybe I can't. Don't have anything besides the session best relative. But anyway, that's where he's ending up. So it's technically this shows up like a little bit of like a multi-class race. So he's kind of like pole position in his class. That's why it shows up that way. Just about everybody's in the pits. Derek's still trying. Maybe we'll get on for Derek for a while. Still out there. He's just starting his lap. He's matching his best lap. And I don't believe he's improved since his first lap. So anybody have any ideas why on the stream there, why everybody gets early good laps and then can't improve? I'm almost positive Derek got his best lap, first lap out, and has not improved since then. Steve he's off his best lap too. But anyway, Derek is just hanging in there with his his same lap, and he's lost a tiny bit. He's still halfway through. Needs to make up quite a bit of time. Yeah, and he's going to give up. Qualifying's over. So that's it for qualifying. I'm going to put up a little, so you don't have to watch all this stuff. I'll put up another video of try and put up a video. Why is it not showing it? Hang on. Didn't let me switch. Oh, there we go. Huh, I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe you will have to watch that. Let me go ACC intro screen. For some reason, it's not letting me do some transitions here in the my OBS. Let's see here. Huh. This. That's a little bit better. I'm going to use a button here instead. Let me try that. There we go. Now you guys are seeing a little bit of a video of a few of the tracks while I set ourselves up for the actual race. And yeah, so this is, yeah, good, interesting little video. I'm assuming you're hearing my voice. Yes, you are. Somebody's saying, who's saying that? Chris Bourne saying he thinks that Derek's on the cleaner side for the start. We'll have to see. That's true. Coming around that last corner there. You're right. That's the big long straight, so maybe he'll get a little bit of an advantage over Murray. It'll be interesting to see if he does get ahead of Brian, how he can hang in there, and try and keep Brian behind him, because Brian looks like he's got another great setup, some great lap time there going. It'll have a good video of Watkins Glen there. So New York, state of New York. Forget where town it's near. We're just gonna get a couple of minutes left to go before the start of the race. I'm gonna set up our timing tower before I do anything else. So we'll be a little quiet for a second, possibly. I'll leave the manufacturers up there for a while, I think, and then just put position. Just put the race gaps up there. Always like the race gaps. eSeniors, or not eSeniors, ACC does such a great job of the environment and those videos. I especially like fooling around with the Skycam that it has. If you don't know about that Skycam, I think it's an F9 when you're in the car, and you can put the camera anywhere you want on a replay. That's so much fun. I wish some systems would let us pick our own camera angle and let us broadcast that. That would be so much fun.
30 seconds. Okay,
30 seconds to go before the warm-up lap. Yep, so there we go. Brian and Bird.
20 seconds.
Just like the standings. So this, because it's only been one race, the standings should reflect a little bit better
10 seconds.
Next week what it's going to, what the standings will be like. Once it knocked out the first. Yeah, let's go bowling. I saw that on the start-finish line. Pit wall. I don't have pit wall running yet. I guess I didn't set that up right. Or maybe the race hasn't started yet. That's right. Because I want to do. I love that graphic out of pit wall for fastest speed at a corner. I'll have to play around with that when I'm going. Okay, the guys are getting going, so I'll transition over to that. You should be hearing the engines now. And I will do a track walk here. All right, so in first place, there he is. What doesn't look like he has much of a livery. Oop, hang on, I gotta do something else here. There we go, got rid of that background stuff. Brian Murray. Somebody should do a GoFundMe page here and let him get a livery. I'm not sure if he didn't get the livery from the web, but I did sync a couple of days ago. So there's Brian Murray in first place, pole position. Next is Derek Bird. There's a sharp livery in that Audi. Those are classic Audi colors, I believe, Audi Sport colors. Next, number 194 is Mr. Steve Young, otherwise known as Sky 194 in that Lamborghini. I believe it's the Lamborghini Evo, if I'm not mistaken. In fourth place, not far behind, is the ever-present Mircea Paunov. If you haven't heard his interview, go on to the website and find that wonderful interview we had with him a couple of weeks ago. Next is the infamous Jonathan Wood in that Maserati. Number 48. I should try to get Jonathan get on the interview list there. We'd like to hear a little bit more about him. We've heard his voice so much on past commentaries. In sixth, Mr. Nick Newcomb. It's an interesting livery. Another Audi. In seventh, and another Maserati, is Terry Throwbridge. Watch out for Terry. Eighth, Jeremy Autobus in the KTM. Is that the first KTM? No, Terry's in it. Yeah, it is the first KTM. There's two of them today. Next is Thomas Rainier in another Maserati. Kevin Torrance in his blue KTM. There's the second KTM. Michael McLennan in 11th place. Did he qualify? He usually has a better time there, but that's his classic livery. Purple, bluish purple with orange tires. So they're coming around last few corners, setting up now side by side. So yeah, this is going to be the interesting thing here to see if Murray can, or Bird can, I don't think Bird's on the cleaner line. Do you guys think that on the outside? I think the inside is best for that first corner. Because Brian's going to have the inside corner. Somebody says that's Tony. Chris Borenson, that's Tony Stark's Audi. Did he get that livery from that movie? Yeah, so Brian's got the inside lane on the start. I think that's the better one, don't you think?
Green light.
Here we go, green light, we're racing. Oh, Murray's got a huge start. Derek somehow lost it, and Steve Young is in second place right now. And Steve's going to hold on ahead of Bird. There we go. So Bird, for some reason, had a terrible start in that Audi. He just missed that start. I don't think we've got any issues go anywhere. Biggest issue will be around the bus stop for the first time. Let's get on with these top guys. There's Bird making a play. He's going to try on the inside. I don't know if he's going to make that stick. I don't think it's a good time with close tires. Everybody else going to get through the bus stop. Yep. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Bird. He had better time than Steve Young, but Steve's in second place. Great start for him. Great start for him. Everybody else is out on a nice long line, nice long string of cars. We'll stay here with these guys. And well, if Derek stays on the podium, we'll have to ask him what happened at the start. He looks like he lagged a little bit. I have time. I'm going to go back to that. Looks like I have a highlight button for green flag, so we can actually go and do that. But Steve is hanging in there. He's up there with Brian Murray. So I believe if I put the position deltas up there, I'm going to find that not a lot of change. Yeah, Steve Young and Bird and Thomas and Jeremy changed position. That's about it. Yeah, P2 is definitely the spot. Well, I guess, but Steve, yeah, Young was on the inside loop, wasn't he? That's why he got a little bit of a hop, but, or a little bit of a good angle on Derek. But that Lamborghini is taking a bite out of Brian Young right now. I know there was some discussion. I'll have to take a peek on the discussion we had about the Lamborghini. Let me see if I can find that up in the admin chat. What the whole issue was with the Lamborghini. I was going quiet a second here since that's a big issue. I wanted to see what the whole discussion was about. Sorry for the dead air time there, but it's the Super Trofeo Lamborghini. And I believe it's one of those classes that they have like a Porsche Cup that they have special races for. I hope I didn't miss anything on the stream while I was looking there. But apparently on some classifications it is a GT2 car, so that's why he is on here, but it doesn't show properly in SIMGRID. All right, so but anyway, it's giving us some fun racing here, which is what it's all about. Hope that does not cause controversy at all. But Derek Bird is having a little bit of trouble here compared to his lap times. During qualification, he's down a whole second from second place. Jonathan looks like he's taking something on here with Merche. Let's just watch this one a bit. There's Jonathan. We haven't had any spin outs. Oh, McLennan's in the pit. What happened there? Yellow flag. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to hit the button here for a replay, just to see if the system can catch what happened to Mike. He's in last place. He went into the pits. And for some reason, there was a yellow flag. There was. Oh, spun out a little bit there. Oh, and he did hit the wall pretty hard. Oh, that's not good. Not good. So there he goes. He's sitting in the pits now. All right, let's get back here to the live action. Where are we? Was Jonathan was on top of Merche. He's the one trying his best to get ahead of somebody here. And these guys are both in Maseratis, I believe. You hear those tires squealing, and Steve is still hanging in there with Brian. Brian is just flawless, though, isn't he? Let me look on the stream here, see if there's anything. Yeah, Steve Howe says, I think Bird was sleeping on the start. Might have been. Maybe he was taking a sip of beer just to get started. Steve's got a great livery, as usual. You know, Steve has got a significant presence on online. So he makes sure he has a beautiful livery. Let's just go look at his livery for a second there. There it is again. Nice American flag on top. I forgot where Steve is from. Actually, maybe I'll try and get Steve on the interview. Looks like he's got a Ray-Ban sponsor there. We'll be giving him sunglasses, hopefully. And his familiar Sky 94 logo. He's not that far behind. Oh, Bird's catching up. Bird looks like he's catching up. There's a little bit less than a second amongst both of them. Thomas Rainier looks like he's catching up to Terry here. Terry is in a KTM, I believe. I'll quickly put up my manufacturers again. I believe Terry is in a KTM. Yes, he is. No, he's not. He's in a Maserati. Sorry. So KTMs are behind again. This is not going to be a good track, I don't think, for the KTMs because their top speed is limited, and they're better on cornering, but there's not that many corners. The corners here are pretty simple. They're long, high-speed ones mostly. So I don't think that's going to give the KTM guys an advantage. So we'll have to watch Terry and Jeremy having their little KTM race. Let's just flip over to Jeremy right now. There's that nice KTM. They love driving them. They're fun to drive, as we know. But we'll watch that little race within a race. So our podium right now is still manufacturer diverse, with Brian Murray in first place. There he is. And he is pulling away a little bit from Steve. He's got that gap up to 1.3 seconds in that. But Derek is hanging in there with Steve Young. I think that's going to be our battle of the day. Oh, he's right up there now. He really put a late break on that just before the bus stop there and really caught up fast. So now he's harassing. Let's just go inside the cockpit here with Steve Young. Oh, we don't need those things on. Gotta get rid of the names. We don't need to see names, do we? Find my mouse. There, those are gone. Yeah, Derek, here we go. Derek is going to be battling here. I hope that doesn't affect Steve staying in touch with first place. Oh yeah, he's got some. He's got his groove in now. Those tires have come in, maybe, but he's got that Audi cooking. Just see how he's doing. Let's see where he catches up. And have I got? No, I don't have. Still don't have my pit wall for some reason. I didn't set it up right. I like to watch. No, I like to watch top speeds. Just watch with Bird what he's gonna get for a top speed at the end of this long straight. This wonderful long straight. 236, 240, 250. Oh, he's gonna pass him. 267. Yes, easily passes that Lambo. We'll have to watch what Steve Young's top speed is there. He probably hit 270 plus there, Bird. So there we go. We got our change there. Bird is back in second place. Now let's see if he can make any inroads into Brian. Yeah, remind me to look at Steve Young's top speed on that end of that straight. Let's watch. Where are these guys? Yeah, I'm gonna watch the KTM's top speed at some point. What's up on the chat line? What do you like to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Stephen Buckley, yes, your famous WhatsApp. Oh, looks like Steve's caught up with Derek now. He's got some fight in him yet. Maybe it's get better cornering because he caught up in those S's and whatnot. Here comes around that high speed second last corner. That was going to be a short straight on the pit lane wall. Let's see if let's get on board with Steve. He's going to make any inroads here. We'll just watch it. We're going to stick with him and watch his top speed at the end of that long straight. Woo, he hit the really big correction there. I'll look at his dashboard, see if I can see his speed. I don't see his speed. Lambo doesn't show the speed. Oh, look at that. The Audi just takes off on him. Yeah, there's no on the dashboard. I don't see any top speed. I must have speed. There we go. Thomas hit a top. Jeremy hit a top speed of 269 with the KTM. And I got a spot here to look at it now. And let's just get back on with Steve Young. See, he lost a little bit there. See where he catches up, because he's catching up with Derek at a certain point. Unless Derek made a little boo-boo somewhere, that's why he caught up really close. Let's see what Bird's best lap time is, 1:45.4. And Murray, who's got the fastest lap? Who has got the fastest lap today? It's Bird. 1:45.4, and Brian's best lap was 1:45.69. Excuse me. Sorry, no, his best lap was 1:45.2. And Brian's best lap was 1:45.38. So he is holding his own, Derek is. There he is here with Brian for a change. Brian's not running away with it today. All right, I'm going to go to the speed trap here. And see what kind of speed Brian's getting. 250, 860, 6870, 273. And Steve, I didn't catch his. Merches is... didn't catch his either. Back to broadcasting here and hit the button here. Get out that engine noise out of our ears. But it's not a runaway win yet. Not a runaway win. So we've got not quite halfway yet. Tires will start playing a factor. I wonder if the Maserati's got better tire wear than the Audi. I like the fact that we have 3 different cars here in the podium, all within the similar times. We talked about Derek and Brian's best times. Steve Young's best time is 1:45.5. He didn't have a very good lap. The last lap was 1:46.2, so that's why he's fallen behind slightly. But both Murray and Derek are putting in 1:45s and a half for their laps. Very consistent. Lamborghini's not necessarily hanging in there with the same lap times all along, so that's why he's fallen back by a couple of seconds to Bird. But Derek Bird is just sticking with Murray, so Murray's going to feel that breath behind him for sure. How is Jonathan Wood doing? Jonathan Wood is still, he's not doing so well this race. He's up there in 5th place. How's the other Audi doing with Newcomb? Yeah, everybody's spread out slightly there. The 2 KTMs are having a bit of a battle. Maybe I'll switch over to that in a second. Just figuring something out here for the future. Well, yeah, let's go to Kevin, who's got still hanging in there with Jeremy when those two, that KTM battle. Derek is hanging in there on Murray. So this is, this is the middle part of the race. So I think things are going to start getting interesting once those tires start wearing. These GT3s, GT2s, I think a little bit tough on tires if you don't drive them properly. Excuse me. Chat's gone quiet. How many of you guys still there? Are you still there? 6 still watching. Our new guy, forget your first name, was it Steve? How you liking the stream here? I'm not sure if you've watched the stream before. Certainly if you're not racing tomorrow in GT3, those are very exciting races. Mr. Krister Hjort, who is on today, is the commentator there. Krister, if you feel like jumping in on the stream, don't be shy. I'm sitting in their commentator's channel. you have a decent microphone, maybe this is a good time to talk about our sponsors. Our sponsors are Sim3D, maker of fine simulation accessories. Castle and Cauldron, maker of magic wands and other event paraphernalia. And Syndeo, experts on telecommunication. Just had a good conversation with the principal behind Syndeo in their driver streams and driver interviews. And look on our website, eSeniors GT3 World Championship for driver interviews. I've been doing those extensive interviews. I've got a couple of surprises lined up maybe for the next little while. But Mr. Bird, let's go back to Mr. Bird. Murray's opened up a little bit more of a gap. Derek is 1.3 seconds behind, but he still has the fastest lap. Last 2 laps for these guys. Well, here, I'm going to put up the comparisons here for these two, and I'll leave it up there. Murray, and there's Derek and Murray. We'll leave those comparisons up there for you guys to watch. Those numbers will be last laps, I believe. There we go. We just got lap 10 complete, put into there. So last lap for Murray had a better last lap. Yeah, looks like Derek slipped a bit in that lap. That's why he slipped a little bit, but he's back up to 1 second gap. And Mr. McLennan looks like he's dropped out of the race. He had his issue, that spin early, and got behind by a couple of laps. So now our KTMs are at the back of the pack, as expected for their types of speeds. But there's still a little battle going on there with Kevin and Jeremy. That gives them something to do. They're at the back of the pack, but I know they're just racing each other gladly. And we'll have to watch. Oh, looks like Kevin had a late break there before the bus stop. Oh, he couldn't hold it. Went on to the grass there and lost. I'm glad I jumped over to that. Let's just look at their best laps. Very even. 147.5 and 147.3 for these two guys. Kevin having the better one, but you see that little mistake there made his gap a little higher. Getting back to Derek, and looks like this is a 2-horse race all of a sudden, because Steve is back 3 seconds from these two guys. Let's just jump on board with Steve to see if he's having some fun with his handling with that Lamborghini. And I will, his best time is 1:45.5, just a couple of tenths off these leaders. But I'm gonna watch his speed here at the end of the long straight, see what he gets. See where that's the advantage that the Maserati gets. He's up there 240, 250, 260, 261 was his peak, and yeah, these guys, the Maserati has a better time there. Better speed for sure. So that's where he's having his issue. See how Derek is doing. Falling back a little bit. Let's see what his last lap time was. Yeah, he had a 1:46 last lap time. Here, I'll sneak that up for you again. There's the comparisons, 1:46 to 1:45.8. So yeah, Brian is just an automaton. He is able to get lap after lap after lap consistency, that's for sure. And I'll take a peek on SIMGRID. I think you can see your lap consistency on SIMGRID in your stats. So you should take a peek at that and see what the two of them are like. Yeah, the chat's gone quiet. I don't know. Not sure why the chat's gone quiet. Still a bunch of guys up there. Ooh, look at that. Murray's pulling away. 2 seconds now. Let's just see what happens when we get the new lap times here. What happened? Oh yeah, Derek lost a whole second on on that lap. Still holds fastest lap. That's worth a point, just like an F1. That might help him. Now Murray has won every race so far. And Bird, let's just see, Bird has a second and a fifth. And Steve Young in third place has a second. So standings will stay the same if this podium stays the same. But looks like we've got lots of gaps. I'm going to, well, we have some time here. I'm going to skip over to, oh, did I lose it? Oh, I lost it. Oh, there we go, green flag. I'm going to skip over to a replay of the start, I hope. Here we go. And did it do it? Here, let's try it. There's our start. Can I change the... Yes, there we go. Here's our start. Now, Bird is in the left-hand side in that red car. Look how far. Look, he was definitely hiding. You know what he might have? He might have had been going a little bit too fast. You know, there's a speed limit there, so he might have been going a little bit too fast and had to lay off the throttle right at the wrong time. 70-kilometer-hour limit for that. There's the replay is done. 70-kilometer-an-hour limit. You really have to time it right. If you hit 72 just before that green light, you're in deep yogurt. You have to lay off the throttle so you don't get a penalty. Not too many issues with track cuts here. Don't believe anybody is going to worry too much about that. Looks like Kevin. Here's our battle for the time being. 7 minutes to go in the race. These are the only two guys that are close, and that battle's been going on for quite a while. We know Jeremy is very consistent, and he would let a faster guy through, but he is not going to let Kevin go by at all in those two battles of the KTMs. Here we go. Is he getting any momentum? Let's go to Helicam for a second. We'll stick with this. Depending on what kind of exit, looks like Jeremy got a better exit from that corner. Let's go to Jeremy in front. And he's going to maintain that gap all the way through the long winding straight here through the S's, I think. Now let's see if Kevin risks it all going into the chicane. Oh, he's gaining now. Yeah, no, not gaining now. He did do a little bit of a late break. He held on to it this time. Last time we watched him, he hit the grass. But on the exit, Jeremy got him. So Jeremy went in a little slower and came out a little faster. That's the name of the game. When you're racing, in slow, out fast. You all know that. So the race has degenerated into some big gaps. Unless somebody makes some mistakes, this is going to be the way it finishes. We'll keep an eye on those gaps to see if anybody makes any inroads. Let's see what Steve Young's last lap was. 146. He's a little bit faster than Derek. Oh, that just updated for me here. Last lap was 146.5 and Derek's 146 flat, and Murray's was 145.7. So they are maintaining their positions big time. So this is our battle for the day right now between these two guys. Who is going to blink here? Jeremy does not blink very often. There's a guy I should get on an interview. Was Jeremy? Yeah, I'm going to have to call him. We all know parts of his... he had an interview with a famous guy. What the hell was that guy's name? I got him on an interview with a podcaster who... I'll have to think of who that was and see if I can get that back catalog and you guys can listen to it. But I'll get Jeremy on an interview. Maybe we'll get his dog in his lap while he interviews. He's got a what has he got? A little tiny dog. The name escapes me right now. I'm having a senior moment. But Kevin he catches up. He is a later braking than Jeremy on the beginning of the inner loop. But then Jeremy takes it a little bit smoother and comes out better. So he was down to 0.3 of a second there, Kevin, but Jeremy pulls out. Excuse me. Everything is the same at the top. We're not going to go through that. 3 minutes left and change in the race. Let's see if Kevin, let's see how hard Kevin's working. Let's get on with Kevin and get in his cockpit. Get some engine noises here. What does this KTM sound like? Here we go. And he's caught up to him again. Looks like Kevin is pushing his braking points a little. Catches up on the braking points for Jeremy, and Jeremy's just trying his normal. Oh, looks like something happened up at the top. Steve Young is caught up big time. I'm going to stick with this for just a second here. Maybe go back to it. What happened? Steve Young is back under a second. There is Steve. You can see Derek. He is just pushing it big time. I think the Maserati takes off here in these long straights. So let's just keep an eye on that one and get back to Kevin. We've suddenly got a two-horse race here. Two-horse races, I should say. We'll keep an eye on Steve. Now we know Kevin brakes a little later than Jeremy. Let's just watch it happen here in the cockpit. It looks like, but Jeremy's been getting better exits. Here we go. See if he catches up. Yep, the gap closes a little bit. But then look at that. Jeremy just pulls away on that second part of that last little corner on the exit. Just pulls away all the time. Huh. Interesting. Different setup, I guess. Either that or Kevin just, he's a little bit later on the throttle coming out of those S's. But Steve got a gap going here. I'm not sure what's going on with Bird. Just get onto the TV2 here. Camera. Not sure if it was Bird. Let's just see what last laps were like. Yeah, Derek had a problem at 1:46.8 for his last lap, so he lost a whole second on Steve. So now Steve has some life. 2 minutes to go. He can taste it. He wants that second position and should try, obviously. Newcomb's also caught up with Jonathan Wood. Did Jonathan have a bad last lap? Not really. Maybe his current lap is not so good. But this is it right here for third place. I'll have to ask Derek if he had a little bit of wobble that we missed. Oh, Kevin Torrance is right in behind Jeremy. Where are they in their lap coming around that last corner? If you can hold that and get a good exit on this last corner, both the next second last and last corner, or first corner I should say. There's the last corner of the track, hitting them back straight. Oh no, he's going through the S's now, sorry. So this is top speed. Let's get back on the cockpit with him. As he has a late braking point, he's going to try it one more time because there's only 30 seconds left in the lap. Not sure if we're going to get another lap in here. No, we get at least one. Well, we got a couple more, one more chance after this one. But look at Jeremy pull away there. He can pull away as much as he usually does. And Steve, where is he in his lap? We're approaching the second last corner, I believe. Well, this is the second last corner. Turning 13, 14. So, you know, Steve's going to be pushing hard. He knows that's a podium. This is worth a lot in the standings. Wonder if Derek's tires are going off a little.
Leader has finished the race.
Leader's finished. This is it. This is checkered flags. There's a checkered flag. We caught this little piece. I thought we had another lap left. This is the way it's going to finish. And let's just stay on with Kevin here, see if he makes a play. They've got a ways to go yet. Hang in there. Battle of the KTMs. Jeremy's not going to make a mistake. He's just going to play his game. Oh, Kevin. I think that's it. Kevin slid around that corner a little bit. Oh, this is not going to happen. Oh, he's really pushing hard, but he's not going to make it unless Jeremy makes one last mistake, which he won't. Oh, he pushed it as hard as he could. Kevin ended up touching the wall. That is our race, folks. That is our race. There we go. All right, I am going to get turn that off. And let's quit. Oh, let me get up the intro screen here. And hold on for 1 second. We will get it going here. we go. Got that intro screen up. I will get our podium. I believe I got that right. Let's transition that now. I'll try and get the podium on the screen, or on the video, or on audio. Hang on, I'll drag everybody in. There is Brian. Hang on. 1 second, everyone. Hang on. There, I've got Derek. Hi, Derek. There's Mr.
Like
Bird.
blisters.
And I don't see Steve. I don't see Steve in the chat, so I don't think I'm going to get him. Where is he? I just keep looking.
He's probably streaming away.
Yeah, oh, that's true. He is streaming. Yeah, he'd have to probably do something different for that. So there you go. Well, that was an interesting race. Brian, you didn't run away with it today, did you?
No, a lot of pressure from Steve and then Derek. Yeah, good for the pressure, but bad for my wrist.
Oh yeah. No, Derek, you had it going today, but what happened on the start? We need to know.
I was in wrong gear. I was in first gear.
Oh my God!
With this. Yeah.
You were in first gear for too long?
No, I just started in first gear. You have to start in second with this car because of the gearing.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was starting second, and I didn't realise I was in first. I dropped it to first, coming into the last corner, and I didn't change up again, ready.
We thought maybe you were snoozing or something. There was a lot of speculation on the. There was a lot of speculation on this chat line. What happened?
No, I was on it, but I was just in wrong gear.
Okay. So you got to start in second. Is that right? Holy smokes!
Yeah, I'll start second with this car.
So you probably don't.
With the Porsche as well.
You don't get in. You don't get into second gear very often on a race, then, or first gear. I mean, if it's so
No, I
low.
never touch it.
No, you never touch
never
it.
touch it. Yeah.
And then later on, I saw that Steve caught up to you a little bit about second last
tyres
lap.
were
What
gone,
happened? Tires were going.
Tyres were good. Yeah, worn and blistered on the rear.
Yeah, because I know you lost like a second there on one point. I think it was the second last lap. He caught right up to you.
Yeah, losing a lot of time. I'm glad Brian finished when he did.
Yeah, how about you, Brian? How were the tires for you? How's that Maserati with tires?
Fine today. Yeah, not bad. Terrible at Kuta, but yeah, fine today.
Oh, you noticed a big difference, eh? Must have been driving.
Big difference. Kuta, they were blistered, but no blisters today.
Must have been driving style there, Derek. So see, he managed his tires better. He did. He channeled his inner Sergio.
Yeah, the rear left kept overheating in this track with this car as well. Rear left. A bit. Yeah.
Too much power from the ID.
What's the F1 race? Speaking of F1, what is it? China today?
China.
Yeah, I think that.
Never even looked.
And they're doing a quali.
Yeah.
It's a quali race tomorrow too, isn't it?
Yeah, sprint in the morning, then quali later on for the main race.
Yeah. I just noticed. I was looking in my basket, noticed some F1 thing. I wasn't following my schedule either. Well, there you go. Brian and Derek, first and second. Steve Young in third.
Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. Enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.